The Faceless Ones, Nightmare in Eldridge. In the quiet town of Eldridge, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, life moved at a gentle pace. The townsfolk enjoyed a peaceful existence, untouched by the outside world's chaos. But that tranquility was shattered one autumn when strange occurrences began haunting the people of Eldridge. It started with the dreams. Ordinary at first, they slowly became more sinister. Residents would wake up in a cold sweat, recounting visions of faceless figures lurking in the shadows of their subconscious. These figures were tall and indistinct, with smooth, blank surfaces where their faces should have been. The dreams left a lingering unease, a sense that something was terribly wrong. Spencer White, a local teacher and amateur historian, was among the first to notice the pattern. As he listened to his students and neighbors talk about their dreams, he realized the faceless figures were not confined to the realm of sleep. People began seeing them in their waking lives, on the streets, in their homes, even in the mirrors. The figures would stand motionless, their featureless heads turning slowly as if to observe their surroundings. Concerned and unable to dismiss these occurrences as mere coincidence, Spencer delved into the town's history, searching for clues. His investigation led him to the town's archives, where dusty records and old newspapers hinted at something sinister. Eldridge had a dark past, one that had been carefully hidden for generations. Long ago, Eldridge was home to a cult that worshipped an ancient, malevolent entity known as the Faceless One. According to the legends, the cult performed rituals to summon this entity, seeking its power. But the rituals went horribly wrong, and the Faceless One cursed the town, vowing to return and steal the identities of its inhabitants. In his research, he also found that the dreams and sightings had begun anew when a group of children, playing near the abandoned church at the edge of town, inadvertently stumbled upon a hidden chamber beneath the old building. Inside, they found ancient artifacts and a stone altar covered in cryptic symbols. Curious and unaware of the danger, they disturbed the altar, reactivating the long-dormant curse. Spencer's research was interrupted by a frantic call from his neighbor, Mrs. Cartwright. Her husband, Tom, had seen a faceless figure standing at the foot of their bed. When he tried to confront it, the figure lunged at him, and Tom collapsed, unconscious. He had been in a coma ever since, his face contorted in a silent scream. Determined to find a solution, Spencer sought the help of Dr. Emily Hartman, a psychologist and old friend. Together, they pieced together a plan. The key, they believed, lay in confronting the Faceless One in the dream world, where its power was strongest. Spencer would have to enter the dream realm, find the entity, and defeat it before it could fully manifest in the waking world. With the help of a sleep specialist, Spencer was put into a deep sleep. His consciousness drifted, and he found himself in a twisted version of Eldridge, a place where shadows moved unnaturally, and the air was thick with malice. The faceless figures were everywhere, their presence oppressive and terrifying. Guided by Emily's voice through a headset, Spencer navigated the dream world, searching for the heart of the darkness. He followed a path that led him to the old, abandoned church, a place long rumored to be the cult's sanctuary. Inside, the air was heavy with dread, and the walls seemed to pulse with a sinister energy. In the center of the church stood an altar, and before it, the Faceless One. Its form was monstrous, an ever-shifting mass of darkness with no discernible features. As Spencer approached, the entity turned towards him, a silent scream echoing through his mind. Drawing on the strength of his ancestors and the knowledge he had gained, Spencer confronted the Faceless One. He recited an ancient incantation he had found in the town's archives, words that held the power to banish the entity. The Faceless One writhed and twisted, its form becoming unstable. With a final, defiant roar, it dissipated into the ether, leaving behind a chilling silence. Spencer awoke with a start, drenched in sweat. Emily was by his side, her face a mixture of relief and concern. As he looked around, he realized the oppressive atmosphere that had plagued Eldridge was gone. The faceless figures had vanished, and the townsfolk were beginning to wake from their nightmares. Tom Cartwright recovered, as did others who had fallen victim to the Faceless One's curse. Life in Eldridge slowly returned to normal, but the memory of those terrifying weeks lingered. Spencer knew the town would never forget the faceless nightmare, but they had faced it together and emerged stronger. Eldridge was safe once more, but Spencer remained vigilant, knowing that the darkness could return. He continued to study the town's history, determined to uncover any remaining secrets and protect his home from future threats. The faceless figures were gone, but the spirit of resilience and courage they had inspired would endure forever.
Keep the nightmares coming, like and subscribe.